Morning, Bonnie. As you can see, the land behind us looks really well now, nicely tidied up, and we will be doing a little bit of planting a few plants out later, but we won't be doing many. We're not really very experienced in anything like that, so we've just got a few onions and carrots and bits and bobs like that, just to put a few in. We won't use anywhere near all this land what is dug up for us, but yeah, we'll be just having a little go. In the meantime, I've got some other jobs that I need to get on with, so I'm going to get on with them. So I've just dug the table saw out, and I'm going to put that together. I'm going to need it to build the loft hatch. I'm going to build my own because it's an oddball size. So yeah, it's just a framework for the stand, a couple of legs, cross braces. Obviously put all that together, it makes like a little stand, and then the saw table sits on top, and then the extension bits for the side of the saw. I'll show you that later as I get it built. So that's basically the frame together. I haven't tightened anything up yet. I think I've said before about tightening it and then you have to slacken stuff off to get it to line up later, so then we'll just nip them all down later. So I found the easiest way of doing this is to put the table saw down, face down, and build it up from the bottom. So frame on, frame built up, frame on top of the table saw, build it up, and then tighten everything. The other thing is I'm just going to move from this area here because yesterday there was a snake went in from down here into this lot, and I've never seen it come out, but there again, it's a long time since yesterday. It might have gone, might have moved, but I just don't know, so I'm just going to move away a little bit. So that's it all put together. I've put the side shelves on as well as the back one, just gives an extra bit of width for moving things. I've also put the guard on, which I've seen a lot of people using them without, but I certainly haven't got the confidence to do that. So yeah, I can see why they do it. Sometimes when you're cutting thicker wood, they're a pain in the neck, but yeah, that's it anyway. It's not a very expensive one, but it does the job. Good night. Yeah, I've just finished tea and just come out. Looks a little like rain. I'll just show you. Yeah, so we've got some pretty dark clouds just come over. They have forecast rain for tomorrow, but yeah, I don't know, because it's still quite bright over that way and still quite clear over that way. It just seems to be round about above us, but yeah, I'll let you know what we get, because we could do with some rain. Be nice to get the ground a bit wet. Well, Tad, good afternoon. It's quite a rainy day today, so we haven't been able to get out and do a lot. We went into Fundow this morning just to sort our internet out.
Somewhere around here there's a really nice oak tree that's been stripped.
Here, this big one.
This big one here.
So, we've got some plants what we're going to try planting.
Vegetables.
Vegetables, yeah. We were sort of half doing a no dig, but obviously we've had it dug first. So what we're going to do is cardboard down, wet it to stop the weeds coming through, poke holes in, cover it with soil, and then put our plants in the holes with some compost. Whether it works or not, who knows? It's our first go, we'll try anything, so just to get us started and test a few things.
We really want to do raised beds, but Steve hasn't got the time at the moment to make the raised beds. We're still quite busy inside the house getting that ready for the winter, as we'll show you shortly. I don't know if it'll be this video, maybe another video. So we just thought we'd have a quick experiment with a few plug plants.
So what I'm going to do now is just bury them a bit. Could do with the shovel actually.
So we've just realised that we don't actually have a spade at the moment. We got rid of all our gardening tools in the UK before we came over. So Steve's improvising with a shovel.
Sorry, try and go that way.
Do you want me to get my boots on and do a bit? It's a lovely time of evening. It's about 6 o'clock and it's really nice temperature for working. It's still far too hot during the day to be working outside. The early mornings are better, I guess, and like this time in the early evening, but we never seem to get ourselves organised early enough on a morning. We're going to have to start soon. We've just been so tired. I think, you know, till we get used to the heat.
So I've got it about 3-4 inches deep. Just giving it a good soaking again. As you can see, we've stripped most of the weeds off to the edge. We picked a lot up. there's still going to be a few, and hopefully it will die off because it's on top of the cardboard. What we're going to do after we've had our tea is come back out, put some holes in where we want the plants in, and yeah, put them in, put a bit of compost through with them, and leave it and see what happens. Obviously we'll have to keep checking, you know, we ain't got some of these bits growing. With them on cardboard, I'm hoping it will just die off. But we shall see.
So Steve's just digging the holes.
As you can see, a bit of cardboard out.
And Ellie Rose has planted one of the carrots here, and she's doing onions at that side by the look of it.
Team effort.
Enough. And Alfie's crying like a big girl's blouse.
This is only really an experiment, so if it works, it works. We just wanted to get something in this winter really, and we ain't got time to do the fixed beds and raised beds and what have you. So we're just going to give them a good soaking. I've had a bit of a breather while the girls have put some more in, Debbie and Ellie Rose. We've got a nice little patch. First go, so we'll see what comes up. You just have to keep coming back and having a check and see how we're doing. We've got some lettuce at that end, some carrots, still lettuce at this end.
And some onions.
And some onions down the middle.
We've got two types of onions. There's red and white onions. That's all I can tell you. I don't know the names of them. We bought them from Fundown Market. We do know that we need to prepare the soil a lot better than we have done. But we'd already bought the plants, and with everything else that we're doing on the farm at the moment, we've not had the time, so we've just put them in, and we'll just hope that we might get one or two bits up. As Steve said earlier, it's just an experiment really. The bottom of the land there, we're allowing the neighbours' goats to graze it. I think we've mentioned that before. It's just, again, with the build, we just haven't got the time to look after everything. At least the goats will help keep it down. And I think that's Steve drowning the plants.
Yeah. I want plenty on because it'll soak in.
Yeah. The soil's very dry. It's like sand.
Morning, bon dia. So as you can see, we've woken up to a misty morning this morning. Looks like it's been raining quite a lot of the night. Yeah, it's still warm. part. So this morning I'm going to put some concrete on top of the blocks in the kitchen.
Ceiling.
I'm doing a dry mix first. What I've got is 3 sand, 3 Brita and a cement. Mixed it together, dry, and then I'm going to add my water, mix it up, and hopefully get it all on my ceiling, roof, whatever. So I've got a nice dry mix. Most of it looks like it's mixed in pretty well now. So I'm going to start adding my water. So I've got a nice dry mix now. Can't see any sand colour in it, so I must have it mixed pretty well. So now I'm going to start adding my water. Do it a bit at a time. This is as much an experiment for me as it is for you lot watching.
For those of you that are not experts, all sat there laughing.
Yeah, well, if there's any builders there laughing, want to come and give me an hand?
You're more than welcome.
I'd certainly do better with a cement mixer if anybody wants to give me one.
I think it's something we're going to have to buy as we start doing bigger jobs, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. I did sort of have a look at sort of places that hire things, but I think it's almost as much to hire as it is to buy them, if you hire them for any length. And we're going to have a lot to do, so.
At the moment as well, it's having somewhere to put them until we get a bit further sorted out in the barns.
Yeah. So, I'm getting me concrete out of the barrow, putting it in a bucket, up into the loft hatch and pouring it, and this time I'm just going to go and spread it around a bit because I've just left that last bucket full in a lump. It's going to be a long job, is this. It's quite hard when you're doing it in little amounts in a wheelbarrow. Sorry, I don't know whether you can see that for the light in the corner, but that's where I'm putting my cement, and I'm working my way obviously back to where I can. I'm having to stand on these 2 spars at the moment. I don't know how strong the blocks are as they are. I would think they're strong enough, but yeah, I'd rather not spend too much time on it. All I'm doing at the moment is dumping that. I'm going to spread it out a bit. I don't want to spread it too much because, as you might see there, it's very difficult to show you, there is quite a depth. Roughly 2 inches. So I want that 2 inches deep as well, so when I come it's more or less level. I don't want to be trying to build it up because that'll just weaken it. So that's my aim. So, not knowing particularly well how to estimate this, so I probably haven't got enough materials looking at what I've just done. Barrel load's done me, what, 2 square feet. So I've got about another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, probably 12 to 15 barrel loads. Yeah, So now I've seen what that's, I'm going to be lucky if I just do this end today. And then I'll probably have to go for some more materials, sand and cement, well sand certainly, and Britta for this area in front of the chimney. But you know, this is how you learn. I didn't want to get like a ton of it or half a ton of it at the moment, because the only place is to drop it's down the drive, and at the side of the drive, at the side of the van, has got all muck in it, and we haven't had time to clear it out yet, and I want to get on with this. So yeah, next time I go I'll probably get more material than what I have done this time. As I say, you know, I didn't know how to estimate it, and this is my way of doing it. Get enough to do an area, see how far I get. I do realise that, you know, if I do a patch and don't finish it off, the join of it's going to be a bit weaker, but I'll try and do a join in one of these gaps between the blocks so that the join is actually on one of the spars, because the spars should be strong enough on their own anyway. And to be fair, nobody should be walking about in this corner. I mean, when we do get it sort of sorted out, I've got, sorry I turned a bit quick there, I've got an awful lot of loft space. I don't intend using it for anything much, because obviously dust comes through all the ceiling and roof and what have you. So till we decide what we're going to do there, that's how it is. So yeah. So I've just finished doing my concreting at the top end. Yeah, it's not so good, but it is strong enough to walk on, apart from that patch where it's still wet. Yeah, to be honest, I got a bit short of material when I was doing patch there, and yeah, maybe I should have waited and got a load more, but it's I'm a little short there in the middle, and I couldn't sort of tamp it and get a nice smooth finish, because I wanted to shift it around a bit. So, but when I get nearer the other end, it's getting better. I think half the problem was I was mixing small batches, so a batch here, over in the corner, one there, down here, batch there, because one, I've got nowhere to mix it, and two, I ain't got a cement mixer and it's hard work in this heat. But it'll do for what I want, you know. It was only to sort of level the ceiling out a bit. I might see if I can even it out when I backfill this piece, because obviously I'm going to put some wood up here for the loft hatch, and then I'll backfill here the bits that are really low. I don't suppose if I fill it it's going to reattach properly, so we'll wait and see. We might just put some cement in rather than concrete. As I say, it's just to level it a bit more, just to walk on. Not that anybody will be walking under here because it's too low. And so my next job really is to build a frame for the loft hatch. I hope I make a better job of it than what I did the concrete floor upstairs, but we'll see how it goes.